Welcome everybody to what I believe could be a new archetype in Magic the Gathering arena, coming to us with the March of the Machine, of course, and I saw some people already experimenting with this synergy, but let's check it out shortly together, because I think this is a very unique take that was inspired by by one of you, by Guido from Discord server. He inspired me already for the artifacts deck, but also here he tried to utilize Proliferate and the new Sheoldred to proliferate her Saga through the all stages at once, with of course Vraska and some other Proliferate spells that we're gonna check it out. But after testing his deck to give him some suggestions maybe how to improve, because he was lacking the early game interaction and was suffering against aggro decks, I discovered that there are some other synergies, and this made me think about this new archetype. And we are talking here of course about Chrome Host Shark Seed, Chrome Host Seedshark, Shark Seed. That's good one. This is a 3 mana 2/4, so the stats are really good, and the flyer and especially amazing against all the aggro decks. We can block the chicks and all the... we are also looking into Incubate X, and it says Incubate X equal to the amount of mana value of the non-creature spell we cast, and almost everything except our Seedshark and our Sheoldred is a non-creature spell in our deck, and also our Halo Forager, but to this I'm gonna talk a little bit later about it, because I'm really happy with the performance of this card. But back to the main idea with our host Seedshark, we can utilize the incubate tokens that come with counters and utilize the thinking from Guido of proliferating things with our experimental Augury, for example. Proliferate all the tokens and suddenly have a much higher value out of a 2 mana spell. We can escalate really quickly on opponent's turn, our turn, wherever we want. But the rest is here mostly to proliferate, but also get the value out of proliferate. This is why you see also some planeswalkers here. And another great synergy some of you maybe know already about Tezzeret, Betrayal of the Flesh, 4 mana, finally back in standard, because if you play turn 3 host Seedshark, that usually don't happen often except against aggro decks. This is a killer against them, this curve out. If you play Seedshark and then we play Tezzeret, we create a 4/4 Phyrexian token or incubate token with our Seedshark, and our Tezzeret with -2 ability can instantly turn it into an 8/8 artifact creature that stays on the board almost forever, because mono red cannot remove it, mono white has difficulties, they need to hit exact spells, and even if they remove it, we still have our host Seedshark. Should we call it just a Sharky? I will call it a Sharky. Then of course we have some control tools. You see maybe Witness Protection, but also 3 copies of Cut Down. Cut Down, I'm a big fan with our Jace. Not only Jace allow us to kill creatures that usually Cut Down is a dead card against, but also Cut Down allow us to survive the early game. And also amazing synergy here with Witness Protection, because you know Witness Protection makes something a 1/1 great against Sheoldred, for example, opposing Sheoldreds, where we can just take out her abilities and make her small, and then if we top the Cut Down or maybe something else, we can just remove it. But until then, she's not a big threat if we Witness Protection it. But let's check out for a little bit Halo Forager, because I think this card is really slept on, and I know this card will be amazing if it would have flash, but then I think it will be a little bit too overpowered in a lot of archetypes. Like imagine it in a Grixis archetype where you can flash back, because if you read exactly what it does, it's a really powerful card. It's a 3 mana 3/1 flyer, and whenever it enters the battlefield, we have the choice to pay X. Depends how much mana we have left after we played it, and when we do, we may cast an instant or sorcery spell from any graveyard. With mana value X. So this is just insane. If you play against opponent in the long game and they invoke despair you once or twice or whatever, and you survive, usually we can survive, we can counter some invoke despair, for example. But then in the late game, if we cast our Halo Forager and point the invoke despair on the opponent, it's just so painful for them. But also small removals, if we really require to stay alive to deal with our aggro opponents, for example, turn 5, easy, a body on the board, plus go for Shroud, plus, for example, Cut Down or something else, is just taking over the games. And we can also cast spells from our opponent. I think this is what a lot of people don't realize, and when we cast the spells from our opponent or from us, again, our Sharky will create some incubator tokens that will help us finish out the games really fast. For the mana base, I went with 25 lands, and I haven't played the games right now, so we're gonna go together in the sideboard. I'm gonna tell you shortly why I put a sideboard, because I was trying to find a solution for the early game for Guido. This is what you see here, maybe Glistering Deluge, a 3 mana sweeper, and a amazing sideboard cut against white and green, because these creatures get additional -2/-2, so altogether -3 is just impossible for green or white to recover from it. Path of Peril against mono red or mono white is really powerful, especially against soldier decks. And Memory Deluge plays amazingly against with our Sharky, but I think Memory Deluge is a little bit too slow in this deck. We need to stabilize on turn 4 or 5 with our Planeswalkers, and then of course later take over the game with our big hitters. This being said, my friends, let's go together and check out the gameplay. And here we are against our duelist, and I'm super excited and super happy how this deck plays. The only downside is I find myself very often, like very often, being on the draw. I don't know if Arena doesn't like it or what happens there, but we're gonna see. It looks like a Grixis opponent. I know what he's trying to do. He is trying to pull off my combo, most likely. Yes, he does. He tries to pull off my combo, and here's an interesting approach. Should we counter the Amoknet, or should we just kill the Evangel? I think counter Amoknet is a more powerful approach, let's say, because in the late game we can use our removals here. 3 mana and nothing. Okay, no Amoknet in this case. Sure. Let's see if he plays Kiki Briki. This is why I don't want to kill it here. Interesting. Let's counter it, because I think my opponent knew it, that I have a counter spell in my hand. Why do I like to counter it? Well, because... Should I tap out? I don't... Sorry, don't want to tap out here. But I also don't want to miss out. So theoretically possible Bankbuster and keeping Cut Down open for Evangel, but I think Lily, and then let's see what my opponent will draw from there, is better here. Because I like turn 4, for example, Bankbuster and keeping something to interact, like a counter spell or removal spell, always really nice. But I think my opponent will play Kiki. Corpse Appraiser, okay. So exiling his own creatures, because we don't have a lot of creatures here. Getting a card, and we gonna bottom the Cut Down, most likely. So a Grixis approach in these colorations is really interesting. So let's go with you. Let's go with Plus. Let's go on you. We're gonna drop it. See what my opponent drops. He plays super weird. Do you think he runs counter spells? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if my opponent runs counter spells. But next turn what we can do, if Lily survives, for example, what we're gonna see now, of course, go for Throat. Next turn we can Augur, right, and have Lily already on 3 if he plays like something like Sheoldred, and then minus Lily to instantly kill the Sheoldred. Invasion of Amoknet, okay. Not a biggie. Nothing big in my graveyard, but Hello. Hello went into graveyard. This is a little bit annoying. So in this case, let's do it like this. You're a tap land. I don't actually want a tap land, so let's go for more black. Proliferate also his Amoknet. Plus on Lily. Discard another Lily. Play the land, then let's see what happens from there. My opponent has 3 cards. Italy is coming, my friends. Italy is coming, but it's okay. We will not have a counter spell or anything, so it's not a biggie. Italy will be maybe dead to the thingy, but maybe he hits something that puts another creature on the board. This will be painful, of course. But nonetheless, we're gonna see. Bloodtide Harvester, okay, so he can... and Vraska, wow, amazing hit from my opponent. Hitting my Vraska, super good, super good. I would have liked to have my Vraska. But now, for example, the Hello will deal with Italy and Lily will deal with Bloodtide Harvester. And then instantly crewing the Bankbuster and attacking the Vraska will be a powerful play. It's not what we wanted. Not what we wanted, but let's draw a card. Let's see what we draw. Sure.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Problem is, even if I would kill... No, if he sacrifices Italy, he cannot flip the Amoknet, right? Sure. He can sacrifice the Bloodtide Harvester, of course.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Let's play you, and let's draw a card. There is no reason to wait for it. Experimental Augury, okay. So he can flip the Amoknet. Amoknet can get transformed into something from his graveyard, like Corpse Appraiser or Ayara. Oh no, he decides to go after Lily. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Fable, okay. How much cards does my opponent have? 37. 36. 34. So some jank combo. Ah, I saw this one by the Pro Tour, no? Where they play the blue thingy. So let's draw a card first. Let's see what we're gonna draw. Reveal.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Should I try to mill out my opponent alternatively, right? Let's try it. How much cards in the graveyard? 13. It's not enough, huh?
Focus on the facts.
Sure, it is good, but I mean, the other one is a token. Okay, let's go with Shirley. Let's proliferate all of this. And then let's try to mill, because if we hit another Jace, we can mill out my opponent right before he can kill me. But let's mill everything he has. It's a lot. Let me check what other creatures he has there. Pilfering, Italy, Hoarding, okay. I don't know why he runs the Hoarding. But okay, so Italy is the only creature that he... But that's okay. Totally fine, as I say. So... It's not lethal, right? Oh. Where is it? 4, 6, plus 3, no, 13. 1 damage off. Not sure, but he wants to kill Sorin? The Amoknet? But bro, you gonna mill yourself. Okay. Jace from the top, that is not impossible, because we have 3 copies and we draw only 1, and we have Reckoning Backbuster here, that still enables us to play it. And if opponent goes for another Italy... You know? Could be interesting. Okay, land. Ooh. Not sure if the duelist knows what he does by not trying to kill me in 1 turn. But okay, sure. Take the Shirley. Not necessary, needed. Give me Jace. Jace for the power of Jace. Jace. Nope. Jace. Yes! I'm sorry, my little one is sleeping. My little one is sleeping.
Surrender your mind.
Alternative Wincon enabled, and
A minor setback to Phyrex.
I told you this is not unrealistic to hit Jace. Not unrealistic. Should we give him a good game or will it be toxic? What a game! What a game! I told you, this deck has so many possibilities. I enjoy it really playing. It's the first mid-range control deck that I really enjoy playing. Not only with the Sharks we can win with the Mill, we can win with Vraska, we have so much possibilities to win. And this makes fun. So let's go next. So here we are against VJR and we're going first, wow. And I'm such an idiot. By screaming, I woke up my little one. I hear her like start talking. So most likely, and after this game, if she doesn't fall asleep again, usually she does sometimes, I need to take care of her and then record a little bit later more. But so a pretty good hand, I will say, pretty good hand. We have board control, we have Tezzy for card selection, card draw, good hand. Okay. 2 mana. You know what? Let's play Lily and start already bashing my opponent's hand, right?
Nobody knows.
Not that he
Domino,
sits
I'm
there.
tired of your secrets.
Because these 2 lands we don't need, honestly. Tezzeret will be a great card selection next turn. And let's see if my opponent has an instant answer here or Fable will hit the board and we're gonna say, who cares, right? And I think I'm gonna go even for the ult, huh? Should we go for the ulti? See what we draw? Yeah. Let's go for the ult.
Drop it.
Let's go. Next turn, right? Next turn. Draw.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Okay. Let's see. Five lands. Another Banky? Another land. Go for chopped. Yes, both of you. Draw. It's okay. Ulti. We give him
I'm the one who chooses who lives and who dies.
you, and you. And you, right? So he can keep this or this? What does he keep? Let's see if he chooses the permanent. Yeah, my little one is telling stories now. 6 months old, by the way. And really difficult. She doesn't sleep anymore so much as she used to be, at least at night she sleeps good. Daytime I used to record when she was sleeping. Okay. VGR had enough of it. Doesn't matter how he would have chosen, I think we controlled the board so good and kept with the thingy. I like this game, and I will go now take care of my little one. You will see me in a second. I will just record, maybe I will change my clothes or something, but I will just record a little bit later, so if the lighting changed, don't worry. But I hope you like this deck as much as I do, and I love it. I love it. Thank you, Guido, and we see each other in a second. And here we are on the draw. A little bit faster went than I was expecting. Little baby falling asleep almost in minutes. Again, most likely super tired. My opponent again Rakdos. I face a lot of Grixis, Rakdos and all the shenanigans, so we're gonna see. Fable, okay. I'm happy to cut down the token. I'm happy to cut down the token. Okay. No reason to play Halo Forager right now. And as I already said in the intro, I casted one time Invoke Despair against my mono black opponent, and this Invoke Despair... Okay. Witness Protection, you say? Sure. Okay. Sure, let's kill it. I'm considering to use Experimental Augury right now, but I think I'm gonna go slow. This is why. Let's play you. My opponent thinks now that I have made disappear. I don't even need to put these thingies. I'm used to it from silver and gold rank. Usually in platinum people know exactly what's up, but I also have Augury in my hand. Brother Student. Brother Student. No need to. Okay. Resolve, and now you see maybe the synergy with the incubation, because we can instantly proliferate them. Another seahorse. Sure. Take action. Resolve. So now we have a 3-3, right? Instead of 2-2. But as more as we have, as crazier it gets. And I am very, very certain that my opponent has an Invoke Despair. So we're gonna do it like this. Not gonna cast Witness Protection on the Kiki, don't care about it. But if my opponent Invoke Despair me, I can create the token, or take the token, and sacrifice it to Invoke Despair. So now I should put here, because I don't have... Oh, my incubation token should stop it, right? Yeah. My incubation token stops it. He thinks that I have Invoke Despair, 100%. Like, you can turn it how you want. He thinks, Invoke Despair, make disappear. That I have made disappear. Mulligan Wizard knows what's up. He's playing around make disappear that I don't have in my hand. So I successfully bluffed, right? Successfully bluffed. We draw the card, lose to life, not a biggie. Resolve. I want to reach my mana for another Sharky Boy. Reach my mana for Invoke Despair. And Witness Protection on Sheoldred will create multiple tokens. Now it's a citizen. Sheoldred is a legitimate business person, citizen. Right? Right. Let's go with both. No need to stand back. Okay. Incubation token hold a priority, so I don't need to put the stops on my opponent, right? And how do you like citizen person? Okay.
No more watching. It's time to do
He can -4 and kill both of my Chrome Sharks. Will be okay. Legit. Legit, as I say.
crisp should be enough.
Pass. And then let's go up. Problem is, next turn he has double Invoke Despair. I can kill Reflection, right? Transform the token, attack. I think this won't kill Chandra, then he does me for 1 mana. Take action. For 1 mana. Auto pay. Take out you, kill you, transform the token, and now my opponent knows that I don't have kill the Chandra. Now my opponent knows that I don't have Make Disappear, and I think he will be a little bit pissed. A little bit pissed.
Still hope.
Empty-handed. Here are my hands, my friends. Mulligan Wizard. You see, I told you. I told you. Of course, the bigger... With Chandra, it will be doubled, right? So this is why I needed to kill Chandra. This is okay. Now, another Halo, and I can cast his Invoke Despair. Okay. It's also a good tool. Problem is that he most likely has another Invoke Despair.
Cared for in Phyrexia's patience.
Submit. Okay. So if he casts another Invoke Despair, Vraska will die, but this is 2 Invoke Despair down. Otherwise, Lily will... Yeah, you see. 2 Invoke Despairs. That's painful. But that Harvester, okay. Sure. Jace, you see. How much cards? 11.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the Raven Man.
Phyrexia's plans are already in motion.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I can control the Blood Tide Harvester, this is okay.
Our plans are
Next turn I can heal. It's okay too. Oh, this is not okay, but okay. This is not okay, but okay. Okay. Psyche. I think this will be our first loss. Except I draw now something good. Another Invoke Despair down. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. We give my opponent a good game. And thank you for double Invoke Despairing me. But I think we did everything right. I think we played good. We just flooded a little bit. Just poquito flooded at the end. But we made it a super good job. And I mean, for a homebrew, not optimized, I think we did really good, really good. But it's up to you. If you see and say, hey, in this play, this card will be amazing, let me know down in the comments. I will let this card and we'll try it out because I'm still optimizing and still trying to figure out what cards I add and what cards I exclude. But if you know some cards, give it to me. I'm super happy. I enjoy to play this deck really much. And we're gonna go and play a little bit more. So maybe you have some more to watch or enjoy a little bit more. But let's go ahead. I like it. And here we are on the draw against 001. And this deck is often on a draw. I told you that. I don't know if Arena don't like it. Against aggro it could be too slow, but Chrome Shark would be a good possibility. Augury is also card selection, but we don't have a sweeper to come back against aggro. Decisions. Against control is also not a good hand, right? So I'm gonna Mooling at this one. This is a much better hand. And on the draw I don't need Bankbuster so early, so we're gonna bottom the Bankbuster. Play the Swampy, make disappear the Kiki Bricky on the turn 3 or whatever. And then Mono Blue? Maybe Mono Blue? Looks like Mono Blue, yeah. You have Negate? I mean, right now I'm not looking to... yeah. He will not play turn 3 Genie. And Bankbuster hitting the board is really good for me, because now I can keep up the mana and counter spells. And see what my opponent does. My opponent has difficulties to hit his land, so we're gonna draw a card with Bankbuster. Surely, okay. Game. I also have difficulties to hit my land. Both on 3 lands. Coincidence? I don't think so. Surveil, okay. Draw a card. Oh, yeah, he's full with shit. And he surveils the Consider down even though he has only 1 mana left. Spell Pierce? Spell Pierce. 001. Thank you for this game. Let's go next. Here we are against Bad Gaial 666. We go first. Sure, this could be a cool hand to go first. Cool hand. If there is no Kiki Brick, or Kiki Brick he cannot even pay, but Experimental into Seedshark into Tezzeret would be cool. 2 mana open. Nothing else. So mono black, like a basic mono black. Question is, does he has the removal for the Seedshark or not? But I want to show you this play. I want to show you this combo. Most likely he has a removal, right? But so be it. If he does, so be it. Go for Throat and 3 damage here. Next turn, most likely a Graveyard Trespasser. As far as I know, the beautiful... mono black matchups. Turn 2 removal, turn 3 Graveyard Trespasser. In this case, turn 2 Underdog. Interesting. Shakedown heavy. Are you having somewhere green problems? Looks like it. But I'm not scared of Shakedown heavy, especially because I can control what is happening. Sure. Let's draw some cards. Card selection. Tapland. Tapland, and I don't think I will need Negate. Don't think I will need Negate, and we don't have anything for 1 mana, so this is why this is okay. And let's see if my opponent has the Excel spell, Soul Transfer. I saw many people playing against it or with it. This is okay. Take action. You can draw a card, my friend. Is this a land? It is a land. It is a land, my friends. Let's see first what we draw before we make our decisions. Oh. Can play Seedshark and can keep make disappear open, but here comes the but. 1 mana, huh? I think my opponent has an ass full of removal, and as much as I would like make disappear a removal spell, I think make disappear makes the appearance against Invoke Despair. So this is why I think playing Sheoldred. Okay. This was maybe thinking also to play the Seedshark first. Decline. Can attack my face, is okay. I mean, an Invoke Despair hitting everything is a powerful play, but I think if I would have played Seedshark before, my opponent would have go for throw the Seedshark and then play something else. So this is, for example, not good. Don't want to have my opponent so much card advantage. Take action. Draw your card, my friend. Okay. Sure. Wait, how much cards does my opponent has? 43. This is 15, not 30. I would have milled him for 30, but this is not enough. He has also draws. Good draw. Good draw. If he doesn't follow up with another creature that he could. 7 cards. Yeah, I love this card. I cannot wait until they ban it, honestly, because they will ban it. They will ban it. Doesn't matter how and what you do. Simple, because it's in 60% of the decks, right? So now, especially that standard gets extended by another year, I think Kiki and Invoke Despair gonna go. Because it's just... it's not fun to play against. And the whole mono black deck is based around how many Invoke Despairs do I draw. I think in this case... the one decision that I made, Seedshark or Sheoldred, will it make a difference? Maybe. Maybe. If my opponent would not be as experienced enough, he would still play Invoke Despair on my Seedshark. I would have been able to counter it, having the token, the Shark token, the Pyrexian token, Incubate token. So maybe this will change the outcome of the game, right? Because then the future, I will produce more tokens, these tokens will be able to block. This was maybe a decisive point in the game. Yes, you can argue about it. You can also argue about it that he will just go for Throat on my Seedshark, and I would have wasted 3 mana, because I would have had 3 mana left, right? Maybe it will be, now when I'm thinking about it, wasting 3 mana or giving my opponent a card draw and get rid of my Tezzeret and my Sheoldred was maybe better decision, right? Nonetheless, this deck is really positive. I think I'm around, I'm not gonna lie, 58-60% win rate. You saw it. It can pop off really fast. There's still some adjustments possible. I'm still looking for some slots. For example, I'm not the happiest with the Bankbuster, right? I will maybe change it against something like, I don't know, Underdog, for example, would also be an option to just late game, or maybe something else. As I said, I don't have now spontaneously this decision, but I'm also really happy with the Halo, I'm really happy with the Shark, I'm really happy with the Tezzeret and Jace, with alternative win condition of the milling, the archetype that we are producing here with Incubate tokens, getting bigger, proliferating them, and taking over the games. I had multiple games, like 4 or 5 games, where as soon as you have the Seedshark at least one turn on the board, you start popping the incubate tokens, then you start proliferating them with your Vraskas, with your Augurs and so on, and then the opponent scoops. Like, they know, hey, they produce every turn a 3 or 4 powered creature that Go for Throat cannot remove because it's an artifact creature, and they just don't see a chance, right? And also against Invoke Despair, as I said, Halo is a great card against Invoke Despair. I think in a mirror match, if you're playing Grixis, I think Halo is a great sideboard card, because there to get to the 8 mana that's required to play the Halo and play the Invoke Despair from your opponent is not difficult. Grixis get often 8 mana, especially this new version with Big Score and Chandra. You get 8 mana on turn 5. Right, so you get 8 mana on turn 5, your opponent Invoke Despairs you, and in response you play a creature and Invoke Despair your opponent. So I think Halo has super slept on card. Definitely try it out in different builds, and also like cheap removal is really good. Also for proliferating, right? We can play Halo, take the Augur, proliferate everything, get a card, draw out of it. So what do you want more? A body and a free spell from any graveyard. Is great. As I said, I had a lot of cool games with Halo where you take cards from your opponent from the graveyard and point it on him, and people don't like if you play with their cards, like touchy, you know. Yeah, otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it, and I hope to... will I craft this deck? Of course. I have super much fun with it, and I will adjust this deck more, and as soon as Aftermath is out, I think there is 1 or 2 cards that I would like to try in this build, but I think chances are there. I like this deck a lot. Yeah, this is all what I'm gonna say. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you like it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.